Hey everyone, Christian here, and this is going to be a palm review on Dypsis species. Dypsis piluifera, also known as species orange crush back in the day. So this palm was actually purchased from me, excuse me, as a 1 gallon around 2006, 2007. So this palm was about 13 years old or so, and it it has obviously not grown a ton. It's in full shade, but these big Dypsis are not the fastest growers, and they're kind of known for that. Just their overall stature. They take quite a while to trunk, but they're quite highly sought after by many collectors, especially in subtropical climates / Mediterranean climates in places like California, Southern Europe, Australia. Australians and Californians, and also actually people in Hawaii love these. They're not as popular in Florida. They don't seem to do as well. I don't know if it's our extremely high heat and humidity in the summer that they don't like, but they tend to just do better overall in some of these climates. This one actually does great in our climate, and you can see it's a beautiful plant. And just it's not going to grow as fast given the fact that it is in basically full shade. But it has, piluifera is noted by its very regular leaflets. You can see here that it doesn't have, a lot of these are irregular, but this one's very regular, slightly pendant, as you can see, meaning the leaflets droop at the edge, kind of create a little curve going on. And when this will get some trunk, it'll actually have an orange crown, hence the name Orange Crush. The color of the crown actually looks like the same color as a crushed soda can. So that's how it got its name, essentially. It's a kind of a Hawaiian moniker that was given to it when, I believe it was from Hawaii, when it was kind of discovered and grown out. So if you see mature versions of this plant, it's quite a good looking palm. But these big Dypsis, they get these massive crowns before they even trunk, and it kind of gives this Jurassic look that people really love. And you'll find a whole separate type of collector that does like to grow these Dypsis, say in California, Australia, and it's really they're really beautiful. There's not as many of these collectors in Florida because it is more of a subtropical plant, but it's still they're around. Obviously, this one's here. I used to have a number of these at my old house, and but it does require some patience to kind of get these, to see these go to maturity from even like a 7-gallon plant. So, and they're not exactly cheap either. Most 7-gallon big Dypsis are going to cost you over $100. And they're not going to be that big, and it's going to take a while before they get to a larger size. So I have grown these from seed. The seed is quite small, and it is available around here, it's, if you go search the internet sort of thing, you can kind of find them. Seedlings and plants are available as well. They are sometimes mislabeled, and sometimes these names can kind of switch around a lot. So, in 2 years from now, this plant might have a different name to it, just like it didn't have a species name to it 10 years ago. So, but yeah, these prefer some, I'd say 50% shade until they get to about this size, and they can handle a lot more sun. I wouldn't put them. I think they look best in like 3/4 sun with a little bit of shade, and especially during the middle of the day. But they will eventually become, they merge into the top of the canopy, so they eventually go into full sun. So they're not that hard to grow. They just need to give them some good drainage, make sure they don't damp off. But these kind of live in that transitional rainforest, subtropical savanna climate, and are kind of, they can handle a little bit of drought, and they do well in California as well. These are definitely good growers for California because they can handle some of the cold weather. They handle the long-term cool weather in California, from what I've seen and what I've been told. Obviously, I don't grow plants out there, so. Yeah, I mean, it's still a beautiful plant. It's very green right now. It looks very basic, but with it having these 10, 12-foot leaflets and no trunk, kind of emerging out like almost like a volcano, it has that beautiful look, almost like an Atalaya when they're younger. And a lot of these species do that. I'm hopefully going to be able to vlog a number of other species like Dypsis carlsmithii, which is probably the most common in this complex. Dypsis canaliculata, Dypsis prestoniana, which I actually have a 7-gallon of, but it just it doesn't look like a whole lot right now. So hopefully, yeah, I can get those vlogs going. So yeah, I mean, I'd say this is definitely a 9B plant. I mean, I wouldn't really go a whole lot further. It probably will survive a 9A with protection, but yeah, it's definitely a collector's plant as well. It's definitely some patience. Like, again, this is a 13-year-old plant, grown in shade, but still, even in sun, it probably wouldn't be a whole lot bigger. But it's still very neat. You can look into those big Dypsis. They're very cool plants. So anyway, that's about it for Dypsis piluifera slash species orange crush. And yeah, if you have any questions about big Dypsis, leave it down below. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And I see many more palm vlogs, and turn on the notifications, and you can see me go live. We have a little chat that we do on our live stream, talk about palms and palm related stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions, yeah, I guess I already covered all that. So leave a comment down below if you like, and I will see everyone next time.